Hey, what's up, guys? Want to give a shout out to a very probably one of the best monster horror magazines that has come out in the recent 5 years or more. Monster. Right? Some of these I actually bought these in a comic store in Parkville, Maryland, which is Baltimore County. That's where I discovered this. Okay, Monster. This, you know how I make fun of some of the other Monster magazines, but this one, man, this is there's so much information in these. Okay, there's so much love for the different genres. There's so many obscure, Indian, Hindu horror films. Everything you can think of in this. The publisher, editor, and main guy is Timothy Paxton, who's actually related to the late Bill Paxton, if you remember him. I have a bunch of these actually, but these are the ones that I just grabbed just to give you a little idea. They literally the stuff in here, they cover every kind of thing you can think of. True diversity in monster magazines. Now, one thing you'll notice is, what is this format? Okay, this is this was not published by a publisher per se. This was done by Amazon. This is now I call it Kindle, but they used to be called Creative Space. My boy James started being able to publish his books on that publisher, Amazon. I know, the Bezos empire, but whatever, people were able to publish things on it. Things are a little different now. It's not James is not publishing on there too much anymore, but it was a nice format. It was The quality was good in terms of the binding, and you can see always a Creative Space. In the end, you'd see made in where public. It was a POD. You order these. They'll be published as you ordered them, which is obviously print runs are a thing of the past with that, and you see where they're printed. But I don't know. I mean, there's not really much to go over. I can't even begin to go over all the information here, but I will mention some things. I think this is the last issue, so this is Jesus Christ. This is like 4 years ago. There might be a newer one, but I think this is the newest one. Obviously, the guy ran into problems like all of us do, right? And so doesn't print regularly anymore, but he printed. Look at this. Look how thick this is. I'm not sure if I guess I have to look up. I ordered this on Amazon. These I bought at a comic store, but this one in particular, he goes, he's probably going to do this infrequently, but when he does it, he's going to make massive ones like this. And look at the content. Everything. You got Lovecraftian themes in Japanese cinema. You got Jean Roland films. You got the Brainiac. You got reviews. You got all these different things here. You can say it's like a zine. But man, I'll put this up against any of the monster magazines that I've showed you. I mean, obviously, I'll put it up more than some of them, like Fango and Rue Morgue. Of course, you know who that is. That's one of the mushroom people from Matango, and that's Medusa. But what Medusa is this? For example, they cover like one of the early Japanese superhero movies. With this kaiju obscure cinema. Reminds me of, I don't know if anyone remembers back in the day, Damon Foster's Oriental Cinema magazine. That was great, man. All the live action stuff. Giant Imagine. You see I'm gushing over this because this is like, this guy basically published these on Amazon. Literally DIY, okay? The old term, do it yourself. Well, this guy did that, and he ended up, with all the contributors, doing something better than most of the published, magazines. There he is. Darna, I've heard of these. This is Filipino Wonder Woman. Hey, nice. Superhero films with this Filipino version of Wonder Woman where she fights monsters and giants and all kinds of creatures and stuff. How can you go wrong with that? Yeah, there's Todd Browning, right? So It covered the whole gamut, the classic stuff, the Monster Kid stuff, the obscure Asian horror, um, all the things you can think of. Arkham Reporter. I might cover this separately. Look at that. Translated from the French, right? So you may have seen this, okay? In fact, I will go over this separately, but holy crap, amazing, amazing, great work. This Creative Space thing was nice. Now it's Kindle, it's a good format. It's like somebody also did a rough draft of a novel here at some point using Creative Space. Also, who is this? And the art came out pretty nice on that one too. You think the peacock's gonna? Do you think the peacock's gonna bother you? Oh man, Against the Goddess is even worse. But this is not about that. I'm just showing you the format, how cool this thing is. I guess they still might do it. They have this. I don't know, but all I know is this is about Monster. Probably the best horror. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. Horror zine digest thing that ever came out. And of note, like I said, Timothy Paxton is the editor, creator of it. But there's also, I don't know if you remember Stephen Bissett. He actually wrote a lot of reviews and articles for this as well. Well, Stephen Bissett was the artist on Swamp Thing when Alan Moore. He was on it before Alan Moore. I believe. Yeah, he was on it before Alan Moore, but then he was with Alan Moore. Stephen Bissett is also a groundbreaking comic artist, but he's also a really great writer on these old classic horror movies. So, if you think I'm getting negative, right, just focusing on all this crap, well, let me tell you something. Monster, zine, this is an example of, DIY. This is an example of, I can't stand what I see out there. Okay, I can't stand where this stuff is going. So you know what? I'm gonna make my own, and that's what this guy did. With contributors, of course, but that's what he did. Okay, quality stuff, man. You make your own world. You make your own. And you might make something worthwhile, and this guy did that. So check this out. If you're a real Monster Kid, or if you're like me, a Gen Xer, or you whatever, I would get these, man. These are really top notch. I don't know how much Amazon, you know what, on Amazon, I don't know how much they go, but maybe you can find them on eBay or whatever for a little cheaper. So, because Amazon is out of control now, okay? And maybe at some point I might direct you to Against the Gods, but maybe not. Yeah, not yet. So this is the comic that I'm working towards someday. This is the thing that's gonna make me rich or either get me arrested. So, all right, later.